The partitioners of our homeland have always fought against the roots of Polishness, with its identity, with the Church.
Ten krzyż tu jest.
This cross is here, but we all know very well that it has not always been here, because when the Soviets came here again in 1944, they did not hesitate to cut down this cross and burn it, out of deep hatred for us Poles.
Ściąć tego krzyża i spalić go.
The cross was rebuilt by you in the spring of 1980, when you had the opportunity, and it is still here. Now once more there is a fight against the cross and Christian values.
Musimy was opiłować z pewnych.
We have to take away some of your privileges, otherwise you will raise your head again. Such calls have not gone unanswered. Now these politicians are in power and are implementing anti-religious policies. They are trying to limit catechesis in schools. In Warsaw, under Rafał Trzaskowski, crosses are being removed from offices. Of course, this is a fundamental struggle that goes back to very basic principles, but it is a struggle that is inscribed in the very consistent way precisely in the logic of communism, because it is worth remembering that it was communism that took up the struggle against God. Communism, supported by atheistic materialism, took up the struggle against God, but thus against objective truth and human nature. Hence the promotion of gender ideology. Basic concepts such as sex are to be changed. In the name of freedom and equality, utopian principles are introduced that have little to do with truth or biology.
It is not as easy as some may in this cultural war may now want to portray it, that the XX or the XY is the clear distinction between the men and women.
Even in sports, ideology trumps truth. Athletes who have failed sex tests are competing in the women's category at the Olympics. Lenin had a clear model of totalitarianism. To capture people, he knew what are the greatest needs, desires and interests of society, and this involves getting rid of all the values of democracy to more easily control people. And Europe is going in this direction. Get rid of the sexes, of faith. Those who would want this kind of regime are constantly sticking their fingers everywhere. In order to make society easy to control, people's thinking must be formed from an early age. Drag queens in Polish schools, is that possible? Drag queens in Polish schools, in my opinion, yes. So you support this idea? Yes. Nothing has changed since 1920, except that Poles won another battle against Bolshevism. But the war is not over. Leninist Bolshevism wanted to create a new society. He wanted to break family ties. He was by definition anti-clerical. He wanted to destroy the church. But Poles are a conservative nation. Poles have so far bet on Christian values, and in our society there is a massive battle going on at the moment, whether we will defend these values. Because without these values, which have shaped our country, our world and our entire civilization, we will not survive. Adrian Boretsky, TV Republica.